Today, me and Antoine are delving deep into these 12 clubs and one player that every single one of them should be signing this summer.
Some big names in here, some smaller rotational players in here. These are the names that we think these clubs would need the most.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's start with Arsenal. They just signed Victor Gyökeres right before we start recording, so that's off the board.
Yeah.
So I think main area to focus on now would be that left wing position.
I think so
and
as
there's
well.
two names here, but dream signing if you're Arsenal has to be Rodrigo. I'm seeing what Liverpool and what City are doing, and Arsenal should be looking around a little bit scared of what the other clubs around them are doing, even though they're having a really good window themselves already. Madueke is not the option for the left. I think we can agree on that. So why not go all out?
Yeah, probably the dream signing. I didn't put Rodrigo in here because I think it's a little bit unattainable now that you have Victor Gyökeres and you spend that money. I don't know how lenient the Arsenal board are on spending more money on a Rodrigo. So I put Eberechi Eze in here.
That's a
who
fair
I
one
think
as
would
well.
be absolutely wonderful on that left wing for Arsenal. I have more realistic signings, I think, on this list.
Can we move on to Chelsea?
Sure, let's do Chelsea.
Let's do Chelsea. For me, I find it very hard to find an option for Chelsea.
Me too. Maybe it's because they sign every f***ing player in the world, but
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Main area of concern if you're Chelsea, if you ignore the reactionary Club World Cup final, is goalkeeper.
right.
They have like 6 of them already. All of them are mid. I have on here for Chelsea, James Trafford.
Okay, linked to City, by the way.
Linked to City as well. This is not the first time he'll appear for one of these clubs on
Okay.
my list. While Robert Sanchez had a good final, you can't trust him over 38 Premier League games. And I think that was very obvious last season. So don't be reactionary. Still prioritize a keeper. Get James Trafford in. And that's a statement right there. And a player that you could hold on to for the next 10 to 15 years.
He definitely does have a crazy future in front of him, so that would be
100%.
very promising. I think City are eyeing him heavily, though. So they need to swoop him up quick if they want him.
Unlikely, but possible.
Sure. For me, I was looking more at left back depth, left back and center back depth. Someone that could play both positions, and that would be fine with being a rotational kind of player. I have Jorel Hato from Ajax, 19-year-old captain for Ajax. I think he would do a great job in the Premier League, starting off as a rotational player and then
Yep.
slowly easing his way
Yep.
into a starting position. I think that's perfect for him, and I think Chelsea could be a place where he flourishes very well into a good player.
I think Joao Hato was like the young player of the year in the Eredivisie last year. And if you know anything about the Eredivisie, that's a very prestigious honor. Let's go to Liverpool, where I was thinking about like a backup center back because of their aging / injury prone center backs. So I put Joao Hato.
Okay, cool.
I put him, and I think you'd also say like Mark Gahey as well.
See, for me, the thing with Mark Gahey is that with the World Cup coming up,
Yeah.
he wants to have aspirations. He wants to go to a club and start because he wants to be at the top of his form when the World Cup comes around so that he could be a starter in that England
Yeah.
team. If he goes to Liverpool, I don't think he'll be as content with being on the bench and coming off the bench. So I think he'll stay where he is right now. And yeah, I think Jorel Hato probably is a better option.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Rodrigo on this list as well. I think we cannot ignore. Liverpool are in talks with Rodrigo right now, or monitoring his situation. Would be very scary, and a statement signing once again after the 4 other statement signings they've made this season. My one is a backup center back from Lille, Bafodé Diakité, who had a great season, great with the ball at his feet, very good in the duel, very aggressive, and I think he could be a great replacement to a Konate, who maybe will leave this summer. And if Konate ends up staying, then he would be a great option off the bench.
Fair.
Yeah, 21-year-old French center back, very good, very highly touted as well.
I like that a lot. I like these creative picks.
Thank you. Let's go City.
I also have James Trafford.
Okay. We'll cop out in here, I think.
No. You think of City's like areas of improvement, and I think goalkeeper is the big one, just like it is for Chelsea. Ederson is not getting any younger, and he's still mistake prone. You need a keeper that can come in, be long-term, and is really good with his feet, and James Trafford just screams that. And they have like a 40 million buyback clause on him as well.
Okay.
You're not just getting a good goalkeeper for the future, you're getting one at a discount, and that's it for City.
One of your own as well, right?
Yeah, came through the academy.
I went with the position I think they need the most, and that's right back. And I decided to splurge a little bit of money on this. I went Denzel Dumfries at right back. I think what he can provide going forward, he's shown at Inter, he's shown against Barcelona notably, right? But even before that, he's shown it for the Dutch national team. And defensively as well, which obviously would be relied on less at City because we know how Pep likes to play as fullback, very attacking, kind of inverting into the midfield. But I think Denzel Dumfries could be a great player under Pep Guardiola.
Man United.
Now, this is your club, so I'm expecting some expertise on this.
I'm looking at options. So, all right. There's a dream signing, and then there's the realistic ones.
Okay.
Dream signing is Benjamin Sesko.
You think so?
That's the dream. Is it happening? No. Much more realistic target.
Say it.
Kolomwani.
Okay.
You need it. You need a striker. You need someone that's not going to break the bank. Nicholas Jackson better not be on the fucking table.
Right.
I think Kolomwani may be a little option there. Do some more business with PSG, who we've done business with in the past.
I also put Emi Martinez down as a goalkeeper option. Look, as much as you might not enjoy his goalkeeping style, I think you need an upgrade from Onana now. I think you can't be sticking with Onana for the third season now. You try to sell off Onana to a lower team.
Okay. I don't mind that, actually. Okay, let's move on to Spurs.
I have João Palhinha for Spurs, who hasn't played many minutes. I think 5 Champions League starts this season for Bayern. He doesn't look like he's the main option for Company. I think he prefers Pavlovic over him, which I think I do too, because I think Pavlovic is the better player. Yeah. But from what Palhinha has shown for Fulham in the Premier League, I think he can come back and put in a great shift under Thomas Frank in defensive midfield for Spurs.
My one is a little bit of a cop-out, you could say, but it's Morgan Gibbs-White.
Okay.
I think a pivot with him and Bergvall next to each other would be generational. Problem is, can they get it done? Levy needs to lock in, is what I'm saying here.
If they do get that done, then Spurs' business this window would be very good. That's 2 statement signings right there. That's 2 signings that improve your squad right away.
Next on my list is Barcelona.
I like this.
I want to hear yours first, because I went very rogue.
You could say I went very rogue as well. This is a guy that I've been eyeing out for a couple months now. I went for a center backup. I think this season, Barcelona need to get rid of Araujo, who was at the crime scene of a lot of their last 2 Champions League exits. And they need a backup center back. And I went from Umar Solé from Udinese, who is a great ball-playing center back. Ball at his feet. I think he's very good. He's good at creating chances. Kind of that role that you want from a Barcelona center back, and the way that Flick plays his team. I think he fits perfectly in there. Just the way that he can dish out balls to the midfield and even beyond that to a hold-up striker like Lewandowski. I don't know if he's still going to be playing this season, but I think that would benefit them very, very well coming off the bench or even starting a couple of league games when players need rests.
For like a safer option, I was thinking like center back depth, so I was thinking like a Gonzalo Inacio type of player. But fuck it, I'll go rogue. They were going for a blockbuster left winger. I know they signed Rashford now, but they were going for a blockbuster left winger. They were going for Nico Williams, Luis Diaz for a little bit.
Oh, I'll do it.
You know who would be a perfect left wing option for this Barcelona team?
Mr. Rodrigo?
Would be Rodrigo.
Yeah.
And man, that would be
reverse Figo?
Man, that would be entertaining.
Oh my God.
Man, that would be entertaining.
That'd be absolutely insane.
And I think he'd put up generational performances on that left side.
100%.
He'd be amazing as a Barcelona player. There's just almost no way that happened. You'd have to go to another club first and then Barca, but
you think so? You don't think he just does the switch right away?
No, I don't think that. I don't see Madrid allowing that in a million years.
Okay.
And I think, you know what? He comes with a bit of a vengeance against Xabi Alonso, against Real Madrid. You know what? You motherfuckers played me out of position for so long. You don't want me anymore. I'm going to go to Barcelona and I'm going to cook you guys.
I think we've been missing that a little bit in these last few years. Yeah. The players that go to rival teams. We've seen it in the Premier League a couple times, but in La Liga specifically, when was the last time we've seen a player go from Barca to Real Madrid? A good player like Luis Figo back in the day. We've been missing that, and we need that.
Hey, another option for left wing at Barca. Alejandro Garnacho is open, ready to be bought.
You're only saying that to hype up the...
No. Real Madrid is next.
For me, it's clear who they should target. And that's a center back, and that's Ibrahima Konate, in my opinion. I think if you have a pairing of Huijsen, Konate, and even Tchouaméni dropping back in the midfield, that's insane. And Konate is still young, so he can flourish into something that is even better on top of that.
I was thinking of a center back before, but I thought, after they sign Huijsen, it's kind of unlikely that they go in to buy a second center back. Looking at what are other positions that Real Madrid can strengthen in, like a controlling midfielder is something I feel they could do. Yeah. And there aren't really any links to anyone there, so this is completely off my cuff. So you would want, like, dream options would be like a Rodri, Alexis McAllister. Those probably won't happen. Very rogue shout for like controlling midfielder for Real Madrid. Kobbie Mainoo.
Wow. Holy shit, brother. What? Kobbie Mainoo to Real Madrid.
Wouldn't be bad for Real Madrid. Depth option. A little bit of like a Dani Ceballos competition.
Okay. I feel like this video has just turned into you trying to hype up your United players. So that you can get more funds on top of this.
No. I don't want us to sell Mainoo. I would be devastated if he went to Real Madrid. And this wouldn't be as an option to start. This is just options if like a little Valverde or a Bellingham gets injured, something like that.
Okay.
Because then your next best option is Dani Ceballos. And he could be good sometimes, but
Only sometimes.
Don't want to rely on that, Bayern is next.
For me, Bayern need a left winger, and that's what they've been targeting this entire window. They've been monitoring a lot of players. I think the player that needs to go for it, that has the highest ceiling, is Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
I think you've seen what he's shown for Liverpool and beyond that for Porto. The way he can just be electric throughout the entire game, or even in moments where you need a game to flip. That's the kind of player that flips a game for you.
Yeah.
The kind of player that wants to take his man on when things aren't working. I think he would be very good for Bayern Munich.
I thought a little bit more outside the box because I was thinking, like, where do they need, like, some depth, some other alternatives? And I was looking at striker. And I was looking at who they played in that striker position beyond Harry Kane in the Club World Cup. And, like, they essentially have nobody. No backup, like, out-and-out striker backups for Harry Kane. So, like, this guy is not getting any younger, and he's playing 90 minutes on 90 minutes on 90 minutes. If Harry Kane gets injured, it could be a little bit of a disaster going on there. So, my target for Bayern Munich was Nick Voldemata.
Okay, I don't mind that at all.
Stuttgart striker,
really
the
like
giant. They're linked to him already. Negotiations are kind of like here and there, but I think he would do well at Bayern, and I think
100%.
There's no pressure on him to do well right away. Harry Kane still has a good 2 years left in him, but after that, you have this guy coming through. I think he could do really, really well.
I think so as well, and he kind of had his breakout season this season. Won the DFB Pokal. He also played very well in the Euro U21, where he just scored, I think it was like 4 or 5 goals in the tournament. I really like this player, and he can come up and be one of the great, or a very good German striker. PSG for me, dream signing, which won't happen, is more midfield depth. I was looking at Kefren Turan from Juventus. That just won't happen though, so I didn't put him on the list. I think you need a backup right back. 1,000,000%.
Yes.
Hakimi has changed 67 games in a row. That cannot happen going into next season.
Yes.
I'm looking at Vanderson from Monaco, Brazilian right back, young right back. Played very well for Monaco, and I think we need to strip Monaco of a little bit of players because they're cooking a little too much over there. So Vanderson for me as a backup option would be very decent, and I don't think he would mind a backup option at PSG.
I went very simple with mine. I put Ilya Zabarnyi.
Okay.
You guys are in negotiations with Bournemouth as we speak. If you're not having Marquinhos or Pacho in your lineup, you're having Lucas Beraldo. Alarms are going off. Yeah, Ilya Zabarnyi, I think is...
little cop out there.
He's not here we go, is he?
He's not here we go. That's fair.
Inter Milan now.
Inter Milan, I went a little cop out. He might be here we go at the time this episode comes out. For Ademola Lookman, who they're bidding on as we speak, and I think they just need winger depth. So I think Ademola Lookman, for me, would be a great addition to that squad. Especially now that Atalanta lost their coach Gasperini, went to Roma. I don't really see a vision with this Atalanta team anymore, given that they also lost Matteo Retegui to a Saudi club.
Whatever. Yeah.
Absolute woke nonsense, that transfer. But Lookman needs to leave Atalanta to better his career in my eyes, and I think Inter could be the place to go.
I went for Umar Saleh.
Not bad at all.
Center back option, like you were saying a couple minutes ago. Great at for 6 months, say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great young center back, proven in Serie A. Scoop him up.
Scoop him up. Why not?
Why not?
Raw talent that you can improve.
They're trying to go younger under the new manager. This is a great cornerstone piece of that. And last but not least is Juventus.
For me, I'm looking at right backs. I think his name is Alberto Costa, the right back right now.
I also are going for right backs because they're losing Timmy Weah.
They're losing Timmy Weah, who's going to Marseille. By the way, fucking snake. PSG Academy player going to Marseille. Absolutely unbelievable. Anyways, Alberto Costa was the right back for the Club World Cup, and he played very well, but I think now Juve, for some reason, are looking to sell him on, which doesn't really make sense to me. So I was looking at right backs, and Milan have had a couple bids for this guy, and there's links of this guy going to Milan. It is Désiré Doué's brother, Guéla Doué. Plays for Rennes. Very promising, very good on the ball right back. He can also whip a nice cross in.
Oh, sure.
It seems to me that there's a dribbling gift in the Doué family that Guéla Doué also has. For Strasbourg, he was playing very well as well. So he was on loan to Strasbourg this season, played for Rennes earlier, and very good player.
I went for a little bit more of an experienced option. Nahuel Molina from Atletico Madrid. You can get him for about 25, 30. Used to this kind of system under one Diego Simeone. I think he comes in, he fits in perfectly. You keep Costa, keep him as a backup, and boom.
It's always nice to have a world champion in your squad too. So,
and that's going to do it for our list. Maybe a couple of clubs that we missed out on there. We'll have to come back to them whenever. I think all the main ones with stuff to talk about, we covered.
I think so too.